All right, what's going on, guys? You're watching 101, and I'm here with Afrobeat international star, Mr. Eazi.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going, man? What brings you to Vancouver?
I had a gig yesterday.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
videos of that. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was nice. The energy was really good.
Yeah, that's great, man. Just thinking of your past, I think it's kind of crazy how you went from actually booking the talent to
Yeah,
being the talent,
yeah,
right? So, can you just explain what that whole part of your life was about when you were a club promoter?
yeah. I was in uni, and to be honest, I just first my school was boring because it's like majorly engineering school.
You were studying engineering.
Yeah, so and everybody was too uptight, And second, I was like, yo, this is a way to make money. So make people like party and get money, So that's how I started, and it just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And when you hang around people who do stuff, you start picking one or two things from there. I remember like one of the very first time where I booked somebody and he didn't show up, and I had to like fill in the space.
Was he a
people had
headliner?
paid, yeah.
Oh, and he just didn't come.
No, he didn't. He didn't because the agents who were supposed to book him never paid,
Yikes.
and I never knew. So I remember that was like probably my first
Yeah.
performance. I had to just do something.
Do you think that situation kind of made you stop doing the whole club promotion thing?
Stop.
Yeah.
Oh, for a while.
Yeah.
I think that was one of like my last.
Because I'd be pretty
shows.
pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, I just did one more, and like
Okay.
Yeah.
Because of that situation where he didn't show up, does that kind of make you more appreciative for like the people who book you and then your fans?
Yeah, sure. Cause
Yeah.
like I've been on the back end. I know what it is when
How
the
it
artist
feels.
doesn't show up, or the artist just does one song.
One part of music that I just love, at least recently, is humming, and
Yeah.
I think that's something that you and WizKid kind of perfectly execute.
Oh.
And an example of that I'd say is "Pour Me Water."
Yeah.
Really catchy song, but you sprinkle like a bit of auto-tune humming
Yeah.
during the song. Yeah, I was just wondering, where did you get the idea to do that? Like, who told you to do that?
I have to think. I wouldn't say. I think that one is that's one of them ones that's just like natural. Cause and most times when you freestyle, you as a singer, when like for me sometimes when I'm freestyling and I run out of words, I never run out of melodies, just the words. So it's like
Yeah.
and sometimes it sounds good, and we're like, what, just leave it like that, don't touch it.
Because I do know some artists, some rappers, like Kanye. I know Kanye does this a lot in the studio when he's making a song. He hums, and then there's a beat. So he'll make the melody, and then he'll bring in words after.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what you do when you're making music from scratch?
Sometimes the everything just comes like for instance Lego vase, like one take to the end. Skin tight is like one take. Most of my songs are one takes, but some other times like there are breaks, and you get the melodies first, or you get some words and some melodies, and then there's no like straight cut process. It's a mix of everything.
Got you. You said Legover. I love Legover. That's like one of your catchiest songs, I think. And I can't decide whether I like the original better or the remix with Ty Dolla Sign,
Yeah.
French Montana, and Major Lazer. How do you go about remixes? Do the artists hit you up like, yo, Mr. Eazi, I really want to do a Legover remix, or do you brainstorm and be like, I think Ty Dolla Sign would make a great verse for the song?
I think it's a little bit of both. But like sometimes it's like when, like for instance, I have a Skin Tight UK remix that has Steph London and Hailey, and both of them had reached out and said, "Yo, I want to do something on this record." So I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." And then when I said I wanted to do a Legover remix, because I just felt like I wanted to like open. I felt like it had done like its work for my immediate fan base, and I wanted to kind of like open it. And when I told Diplo, and he said, okay, like he thinks French will sound sick on it, Thai will sound sick. We also had a verse from Tory Lanez as well.
Oh, you had Tory Lanez on the song?
Yeah.
What happened to that?
I don't even know, I just know I had 3 versions, and I was so confused on which one to release, because like I knew I wanted the French verse on it because French sent his verse first.
Okay.
And I really loved it. So, and I had to pick one of the other versions. You know, either to have everybody or like it was confusing.
Yeah.
I can't remember how we made the final choice.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, it would be a really long song if you had kind of all of them too. Was Tori singing on it or was he rapping?
Yeah, he was singing. I can remember his verse like it was so catchy.
There's this Toronto group and they're part of OVO. Their name is Magic Jordan.
Okay.
And I was watching this interview and the interviewer asked them, so what are you guys listening to recently? And they pulled out their phone and they're just scrolling and they're like, well, there's this dude named Mr Eazi and there's a song I like named Skin Tight. And they're just kind of like telling the interviewer how much they like your music. And I was just wondering, like their music, their realm is kind of more like old school R&B. Would you ever, because I know your music is really different, different genres, would you ever make music in that realm?
Yeah, definitely. Like, especially this year I've been doing a lot, like for the past year I've been doing a lot of experimenting, like trap.
Oh, no way.
I've been joking. I'm like, that's Trap Easy. So it will not be featuring Mr. Eazi. It will be like featuring Trap Easy.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm definitely up for. I've done dance records. I've done, you know, so definitely, you know, mixed multitude.
How would a collab sound like with Magic Jordan? How do you think?
I don't know. You know, now that you say it, I remember my friend was telling me, oh. So something similar to what you were saying, but because it's like, oh, there's this guy, Magic Jordan. Do you know Magic Jordan? I'm like, yeah. It's like, oh, they want to work with you. I'm like, okay, link them up, and I never heard from him again. So I just thought he was just talking, but I don't know. I'm sure it'll be good. It'll be good music. Yeah, you know, there's some parts of me I want to show, but like musically, and I've not gotten the opportunity to. So I love collaborations. Help me to bring out that side.
Got you. Yeah, maybe if you ever make the trip down to Toronto for a show when you're touring, then I think it would be great if you guys got in the studio together. Yeah, I think I should be doing Toronto between like September, October. Magic Jordan's part of OVO. Yeah. I was wondering, have you ever got the chance, because I know Drake definitely reaches out to all these international artists, WizKid, who you know. Have you got the chance to meet Drake and talk to him? Yes, like 2 times. Oh, okay. First time was in London. So in London, Big Lane. From Toronto. Yeah, from Toronto. We had done a song together, and we went to this party when he did the O2 like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, so I met him at this party, and then I met him again very briefly. And his dad at and his dad? Yeah. Okay. Really cool guy. What was the conversation like with Drake? I think somebody was introducing him to me. Diplo was like, yo, Drake, meet Mr. Eazi. And he's like, yeah, I know Mr. Eazi. It's just, hi, what's up? Do you think Drake listens to your music? I don't know. Or has he? You don't know? I don't know. Yeah. I also heard that, you met Young Thug at one time. So who introduced you to Young Thug? It was Drake. Oh, Drake introduced you to Young Thug. Yeah, so yeah, Drake, he listens to my music because he was telling Young Thug, he was like, remember the record I was playing? This is the guy who sang the record. Yeah, I see. It was the same party. That's so funny. Cool. Yeah. There's Drake, like you said, Tory. Yeah. Now there's people like Party Next Door. They kind of all incorporated a dancehall sound in their music. Yeah. They made tracks like that. You know, like when you're with your peers, do you guys ever have discussions of how you feel about that? No, for at least for me, I'm like my circle. We just love like good music. We don't care where it's from, who made it, how it was made. We just want to be happy and just like party, so we don't care if we saw an alien making African music. Yeah, if it sounds good, we will jam. Like we don't care. Yeah, we just like enjoy. There's so much in the world to be like worried about and to be pissed about, you know. And I don't think music is one of them. Music should be shared. You actually created your own genre of music. Could you touch on that a bit? It's called Banku? Yeah. Banku, yeah. It's just like basically me as a Nigerian just making music that, you know, would relate to
my growing up influences from Ghana. So it was just like, you know what, we're just gonna mix both vibes. My producer was Ghanaian and me being Nigerian and growing up in Ghana. So it was just kind of a best of both worlds music. So in fact, it's fusion, and that's what I've been doing like continuously. Like on this new project, it's called Lagos to London. So now, because I've been staying in the UK a lot, I'm just trying to like seeing how this nice meal will taste, how it will sound. So it's like it's almost crazy that I always have to do like all these experiments, but that's what it's about.
True. I think you already cemented your position in West Africa. Like I think you're huge there, and I think it might be time for you to, take over North America. So, how do you plan to appeal to people in North America without abandoning the original sound that you made?
I feel like music is there's no direct plan. Like when my camp saying, "Oh, we want to break in North America." Like there's no like. But if I spent like a year here living in Vancouver, I would pick up stuff like languages, like slangs, like places. There'll be experiences I'll pick up. And just when I wouldn't even know I'm picking it up. But once I get into the studio, then I'm using it. That's what it is. So nothing on the cross, nothing really changes. It's just the top line.
Gotcha. I think if you want to mix your music and appeal to more people over here, you might have to work with some producers from North America. There's like really ones that are buzzing in Toronto, Atlanta. There's Trap. Are there any like North American producers where you're thinking like, wow, I think if I got in the studio with him, we'd make some bangers?
Like I was just listening to Scorpion.
That came out like 2 days ago.
I probably listened to it like I don't know, like 100,000 times. And I've been like I've always thought like if I work with like 40, I'm sure we will do some awesome music. Because like the other day I worked with what's his name? There's this guy, he makes like trap music. What's the name of that guy who makes the trap music guy? The one where I was going, well, I forgot his name. I can't believe I forgot. No, in London. He came to London. So basically, like I've worked with like different beats of Beethoven. Yeah, that's his name, Beethoven. Zaytoven.
We actually interviewed him a while ago. Okay.
Yeah, so like Zaytoven, we go in the studio. We made like 3 or 4 records.
Wow, and he makes trap music.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like. Yeah.
Why Vancouver? Because I even saw in the post that you made today, you were like, after touring 4 cities in Canada, like my favorite one is Vancouver. Why Vancouver? Why do you love Vancouver?
You see, that's the thing. I can't really place my hand around. But once I just stepped into the city, I was just like, yeah, this is
the one.
I just felt like it was home.
Okay. Because the people maybe you say?
No. Like before I even started talking, like from the airport, once I just came out the gate, I just felt like, oh, this place feels like home.
Really?
Like I was telling my manager, I'm like, if we ever move to Canada, I think it will be
Vancouver.
Yeah.
Oh, not Toronto, but Vancouver.
No, it will be it'll be Vancouver.
I had fun chopping up with you. It's kind of cool to see that you love Vancouver now.
Yeah.
And I really hope you come back soon. You guys are watching One on One, and I'm here with Mr Eazi. Thank you.
Yeah, blessings, man. Yeah.
I don't know if you kind of have a connection. Why don't you try working with him?
Well, with Drake.
Yeah.
I feel like when is the right time? You should be
natural.